Welcome to episode 7. You did it. You made it an entire week. Yay for us! If you're ready for some more ideas, you came to the right place. My name is Amber Lappin, and these are the tales of a virtually traveling teacher. You may have noticed I'm in my pajamas, and yes, it is 5:30 p.m. I don't know what I can say about that. I am 100% certain that if you would have asked me a week ago what my life would look like after a week at home with no responsibilities, I would have told you I would have had everything organized, I would have a great schedule, I'd have a routine and things that I would do every single day. But the reality is, that's not how it's been for me. Maybe it has for you, and if so, fantastic. But if you're in my same boat, maybe you're feeling a little discombobulated. That's how I feel. I think that being home for a vacation or out of choice is completely different than being home for reasons that are out of your control and out of your choice. Unexpected rerouting is hard on adults, and if it's hard on us, it's even harder on kids. So before we get started, which we will in just one second, I just wanted to encourage you to give yourselves and your kids a little break. Every single moment does not need to be planned. When kids are at school, they do not have every single moment planned either. There are times for freedom of expression at preschool, so children can kind of dive in and explore and learn on their own. And it is okay for you not to be up in the middle of it. Our activity today actually lends itself really well to get kids started and then back off and maybe take a little break for yourself. Or if you have some work to get done, all you'll need are some things you might find laying around the house and some Duplo-sized Legos. Ready to get started? I had the honor of learning from Duplo pros back when I was a preschool teacher. Those 3-year-olds could make anything out of Duplos. At first, they would just... I'm leaving that in. They would just stack one on top of the other, and they would make buildings and forts and all kinds of fun things. But after a while, they started getting creative, and they would wander over to our scrap art pile. Now, hopefully you have some scraps around your house, maybe pieces of paper or fabric or some tissue paper. Maybe you have some of these. These are just, we used to call them pipe cleaners. Now they're called chenille stems, whatever you call them. These are fun to have. They're just wire and fuzz. And they really work well with Duplo-sized Legos. So you'll have your pipe cleaner, and you can just put those one on top of the other. And this can become a creature. It can become I don't know, what else could you do with that? All kinds of fun things. You can make animals this way. You could connect other Duplos in a row to it. So maybe this is gonna fall for sure. And one here. You could connect them like this. And that could be all kinds of fun. Let your kids get super, super creative. Another fun thing you can do is get some string or yarn or twine or even some curling ribbon from Christmas or birthdays and cut a nice long piece. Then you're going to lay the string across the Duplo brick between the pegs on one side. Of course that happened. Let's do it this way. I think it'll go a little easier. Put it through this way, and then this side, you see I'm putting it together this way, and then I'll just take another one of these little Duplo bricks and put it right on top, so you have a necklace. Now this activity you're only going to do with your children if you're in the same room supervising. You don't need to be up inside it, but be sure you're peeking up because we do not want kids getting strangled. Although this is a nice one because if the children pull it all, the strings come right out. So it's safer, but you still want to be in the room giving some good supervision. So then you'd add some more. You can add all kinds of different shapes and colors, but you don't have to just stop there. This is when those fabric bits or bits of ribbon or pipe cleaners or whatever could come in handy. You can start adding things like maybe feathers if you have some from an old craft project. You can add those, put a feather in there. You could add gosh, any number of things. And this is way fun, some jewelry, but you do not need to stop there. There are still some more fun that you things that you can do. For example, here's a fun one. If you want the latest in Lego fashion, you can clip Legos right into your hair. Hopefully this is gonna work. Okay, you can have some high fashion like this. My little cousin Kylie and I especially love this fashion. And let's see, we'll add maybe a feather to this whole thing to really mix it up. I shouldn't have put it so high, you won't be able to see it. Let's see. You see my feather? So I've got just some high fashion happening here. You can just keep on going. There's no end. If you do not have dignity, then there is so many more things you can do. So get in there with your kids when you have time and when you're all refreshed, and be a little silly with them. I think that really helps with the discombobulation feeling, is just doing some things that make you laugh, like a good laugh. I usually pair this activity with a book called Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. I'll put a link to that down in the description. We like to read about how Max wears his wolf suit and the wild things come out, and then we make ourselves into wild things, which is just a good old time, especially if you can maybe curl up some of those pipe cleaners or chenille stems and add those to the mix. It can just be some silliness, using things that you have around the house. There you go. Aren't I lovely? Just having some silly fun is really good for the soul. It's good for your kids. It's good for you. And when you're home for extended period of time, it can get a little grating on every single part of us. And so appealing to the kid in us is really a good idea. And letting your kids see you smile and laugh is good too. It'll relieve a little tension. And how could you not call this fun? This is a good time. Well, that is your super dignified tip for today. Hopefully you'll have a lot of fun and you'll send me pictures of the creations you come up with on my Facebook page. It would really help me out if you would like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and it'll really keep me encouraged too. I know, just like you, I am looking for some human connection. So comments, requests, questions, all are welcome. That's it. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.